Right point, lost it to Lemieux. Lemieux's back breakaway. Lemieux left side, walking to the net. Here he comes. He shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux!
Lemieux with it again, and just 5 seconds left. Well, that's by Samuelson. What a move! What a move! Man, oh man!
The things that he could do, I don't care what sport you're talking about, no athlete has done.
The motor going. Ricky is decked again at center ice and knocked off his skates by Lurchard. Lemieux's in a goal and shot. Hey! Shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux beats Casey like a rented mule again. Oh, you'd have to be here to believe it.
Anybody want to know what Mario Lemieux is capable of doing? He just showed you.
Out right side, Murphy shooting. Save made rebound on Lemieux. Hey! Shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux in the big one's lead. 5-4, and you'd have to be here to believe it. Here's Lemieux looking for number 5. Back into the Rangers in. Walks in on goaltender Ricker, and he backhands it in. He gets it fifth. Mario Lemieux with his 5th goal of the game.
We're giving Mario Lemieux a standing ovation here in New York.
He was at a level that, you know, guys only dream about, and you know, it's sick. I mean, it was fun to watch.
Heading up ice, here he comes, Mario Lemieux, hang on, he scored! You're gonna love it!
Well, obviously we're here today to announce my attempt to come back to the National Hockey League. It's something that I'm very excited about for myself and my family.
He was never coming back to be not the best. He was always coming back to be the best player, the same kind of player he was before.
Hugger turns around. Over to Lemieux. Hey! Mario Lemieux, his first goal in his comeback here tonight at the Mellon Arena. And the Penguins lead 3-0, and he is smiling like a butcher's dog. Mario Lemieux.
When I was Pee Wee Bantam, I always score goal, mini goals, and I was a good player at that time. So since the beginning, I always want to be a hockey player, and I'm maybe not arrived, but I'm not far.
Mario Lemieux's first skating rink was his living room. His father, Jean Guy, dumped ice on the living room carpet when Mario was just 2 years old so that he and his brother could work on their skating. Mr. and Mrs. Lemieux still live in the same house in the French neighborhood of Montreal called Villemard. Their home is a shrine to Mario's illustrious career. By the time Mario was an 18-year-old junior player for the Laval Voisin, the hockey world was projecting him as a French Wayne Gretzky. And as it turned out, Lemieux had every right to turn Gretzky's number upside down. He shattered all the junior scoring records.
It was magical. It was magical, you know. An off night, he might get 5 or 6 points. You know, when you see a special player that has that kind of talent, I mean, you talk about a franchise player. I mean, he was that franchise player.
Le premier choix de Pittsburgh, number 66, Mario Lemieux.
It was a blessing for our city, because if I didn't take Mario in that first pick, believe me, there would be no hockey here right now. I mean, this would be a parking lot, I guarantee you.
Within a few days of the 1984 NHL draft, Mario was introduced at a press conference in the Allegheny Club at Three Rivers Stadium. And before he ever played a game, the marketing of Mario had begun. He immediately lived up to the hype.
Lemieux left side, walking to the net. Here he comes. He shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux, oh, great balls of fire!
I was on the ice for his first goal against, where, you know, I tried to chip the puck down the boards by him and hit his shaft, and then he was on a breakaway and he scored his first goal, first shift, and never really looked back since then.
In his first home game, promoted as the Lemieux debut, Mario set up a goal on his first shift, and to the surprise of everyone, dropped the gloves.
Lemieux and Gary Lupo in a fight. Oh my! Lemieux in a mismatch here with Lupo, and Lemieux whacking away, and he's really going on Lupo. Now Lupo trying to come back on him. Lemieux with some undercuts, and this just a mismatch. Now, Garrett jumps in, and everybody goes for a man.
We didn't want a guy like him fighting. Believe me, you know, you want a guy like him on the ice, you know. But he stood up for himself. He was a tough kid, you know. But one thing we try to emphasize with him is, you know, is not to do that. God forbid he ever, you know, pops his hand or something like that, and we lose him for 8 or 10 weeks.
With his gloves on, Mario took the NHL by storm, earning MVP at the NHL All-Star Game and scoring an even 100 points to win the Calder Trophy as the Rookie of the Year.
The feeling, maybe tomorrow I'll realize what I did on the ice, but right now I'm just really happy, and I guess I'm gonna have to give the card to my brother because he asked me for it. So.
Board. Here's Lemieux cutting back for the Penguins. Chicago in, moving in towards the net. Lemieux is there. He shoots. He scores! Mario Lemieux, and the Penguins answer right back. Thank you.
I don't care what building he went in. I mean, he put a show on every time.
And the show was just getting started.
Jerry Ruskowski to Lemieux. He shoots. He scores! There it is! Mario Lemieux, and it's tied at 5. Lemieux moves in. He shoots. He scores! Lead for Lemieux. Lemieux against Melton. Lemieux with a shot. He scores!
Okay, there, looks, comes in, goes to Lemieux, backdoor shot, oh my goodness! Oh, great balls of fire, do you believe the goal that Lemieux has just scored?
Lemieux cross the line. Lemieux in front, takes it behind the net and stuffs it in. What a play by Mario Lemieux. Lemieux comes out of that. Front of the net, a shovel shot, hits the post. To the left side, they score. Lemieux, he gets a break. Rudy's not enough. Lemieux comes in. He shoots and scores.
Behind the net, Brian Maxwell. Long lead pass to Lemieux behind the defense. A breakaway chance for Mario Lemieux. In on goal. He shoots and scores.
Lemieux was the most awesome player to have to face one-on-one that they had ever seen. And I think that's why goaltenders really almost unequivocally tell you that the hardest player to play against that they've ever seen was Mario Lemieux. Because Mario could give you so many different looks in the way he would score a goal. Mario, if he thought he could put the slap shot by you, if he read you as a goalie, then he'd put it by you.
Shot to score by Lemieux. And Klubje came out to make the save. Cullen gets it back to Lemieux. He scores! Mario Lemieux!
You could see a hesitation on the goalie, so then he'd use his reach, and he'd use it to move the puck to a certain area, and he'd almost bait the goalie to come out. And they gotta respect him because he's so big. And he just would pull them to the point where he wanted them and then finish the play.
On the left wing, cuts down towards the net, moves in, makes his move, and he beats him. He beat Barrasso like a rented mule.
After Lemieux would score a goal and watching him score the goal, and then go back because of television and the instant replay. And I always believed after watching Lemieux play that Lemieux sees the game as an instant replay. In other words, he sees the opening for a goaltender and what he gives him before anybody else. So when you go back and watch the tape in slow motion, you see what Mario had in mind. And he sees that at full speed. And that's what amazed me. Because whenever he shot the puck, basically, it was in pretty clean, or it was where he was trying to shoot the puck. And he had that ability to make it happen. And you see it when you watch television, when you watch slow motion replays, you'll see the ease and the smoothness that he has, especially with his hands, to beat a goaltender. And it almost makes it look too easy.
A good job of tying up Honey. Here's Lemieux breaking back to the Oilers and comes in his shot. He shoots and Johnson centers for the cross, and it's banged in by Lemieux. Now Brown rambling back left side, got Lemieux cutting right for the net. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux's 50th goal of the year. Wide open is Lemieux. They get it to him. He's open for a long breakaway. He is. He's got it. Coming to the net. Lemieux makes his move, and he shoots and scores. The zone, trying to get it to Lemieux. Got it around the man. Lemieux has it. Walks in on goal. His shot. He shoots and scores. His second short-handed goal. Here is Lemieux in again. Score! Chevrier. Lemieux has it. Put it in off the skate of Chevrier. He got a shot that time and put it in. Now, I'll be counting. kick from behind the net. Lemieux put it up his skate and in behind him. Lemieux behind the defense, walks in, makes a move. He shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux just beat Hextall like a rented mule. Going for the hat trick. Lemieux breaks into Gashimre, makes it move. He shoots and scores! And he beat him like a rented mule. He shot tied at 1 against Rudy. Comes in, makes a move, and he scores! He beats Rudy. And he beat him like a rented mule, and the Penguins lead 2-4. Into Jet's ice, drop pass to Lemieux. He's wide open. Look out, here he comes, makes his move, and he shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux just beat young rookie Tom Draper like a rented mule. Lemieux got a chance 2-on-1 with Erie. Lemieux left side's going to beat Carter. Walks in on Hextall, makes a move. He shoots and scores! He beat Hextall like a rented mule.
He beat him like many rented mules. Many rented mules.
At Bork, third and here's Gretzky with Lemieux. 2-on-1 break. Gretzky to Lemieux. Scores! I don't know what Yellow Shaken thought, but he's got the 2 greatest forwards in the game today coming at him. What are you going to do?
The 1987 Canada Cup put Mario on the international stage, with and against the best players in the world. It was his first chance to prove that he could contribute mightily to a winning cause.
I think that, you know, the Canada Cup Series, first of all, launched him. I mean, I don't think there was any question as to when Mario had the chance to play with Gretzky and those guys, and they had that success. That kind of started his process, I think, as being definitely driven to be one of the, you know, not one of the best, but be the best player in the world.
Murphy to Gretzky, hit the post, rebound, they score! Mario Lemieux! Canada wins, the series is tied!
Once Mario got there and he knew how good felt how good he was and accomplished what he did, his confidence just took off.
Here's Lemieux poking at the center. Lemieux ahead to Gretzky. Has Murphy with him on a 2-on-1 to Lemieux. And on goal, he shoots, he scores! Mario Lemieux with 1:26 remaining.
It was a defining moment in his career because he just exploded after that. I think it gave him so much confidence.
Mario's heroic performance in the tournament propelled him to a 168-point season.
Comes in. He shoots and scores. No trouble finding the net there.
To Bodger, then to Lemieux. It's a 3-on-1 with Hannon. Lemieux scores! Lemieux with it again, and just 5 seconds left. Well, that's by Samuelson. What a move! What a move! Man, oh man!
Broken up there by Coffey. Here comes Lemieux. Lemieux sails in. He scores! Mario Lemieux, and it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. Boy, you do not give him the puck in that situation. The time is 3:03.
And that was Dave Brown as Lemieux penetrates up the middle. Left side, he's in. Shot, score for the 5-hole.
Lemieux at center. Up across the line, splitting the defense. Score!
At the 1988 NHL Awards Show in Toronto, Mario finally heard his name called for one of the most prestigious individual awards in all of hockey.
Mario Lemieux.
I got a little piece of that one. This is certainly a great honor for me to win this award, and just to have a chance to have my name on the same trophy as Wayne Gretzky is certainly a great honor for me.
That was the first of 3 Hart trophies for Mario. He also won vehicles on 3 different occasions as MVP of the NHL All-Star Game. At the 1989 All-Star Game in St. Louis, he actually won a truck. Needless to say, he was enjoying the ride. That season was full of magical feats, but none more impressive than the one on New Year's Eve, 1988, when he became the only player to ever score 5 goals 5 possibly different ways, at even strength.
What's a team?
Lemieux centering, score! Mario Lemieux centering pass, tit for tat.
Short-handed,
Hook check away. Lemieux's out in front of the right. Broughton trying to cut the angle off Lemieux and Broughton. Lemieux in. Score! That's a Mario Lemieux goal. His 7th short-handed goal of the year.
On the power play.
Power play for the Pittsburgh Penguins here. They've got the full 2 minutes. Score! Mario Lemieux, the perfect trick.
On a penalty shot.
Now Terrari's got to face a penalty shot by none other than number 66.
When you ask goaltenders in the National Hockey League, the player that's the best on the breakaways, unanimous.
Lemieux. That's it! He has equaled his high in points in a game. 4 goals from Mario Lemieux, a penalty shot. 6-4 Pittsburgh.
And into an empty net.
Caulfield has Lemieux. He got it to him. 2 seconds. He shoots. He scores. It will count.
We're on the last minute, and I remember the puck coming around the boards, open net, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, geez, I don't have that many goals. I could use one right now, but I know who I better give the puck to in that particular situation. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't know he had. I didn't think that if he gets his 5th goal, that it's going to give him every way possible. I didn't know that. I just knew the right guy has the puck at the end, and that's who I better give it to. That's how I viewed it. I think to think you can score a goal every way possible in the NHL, it's unbelievable. Like I said, I'm very thankful I didn't look up at that open net and just trying to slide it down the ice.
That's what Lemieux's out there for. He did what he gets paid for. First star, Mario Lemieux.
By the end of that monumental 88-89 season, Mario had risen to new heights with 85 goals and 199 points, leading the Penguins to their first Stanley Cup playoff berth since his arrival. In an opening round sweep of the New York Rangers, Mario was particularly strong defensively. And in a second round series against the Philadelphia Flyers, he gave the hockey world its first glimpse of his playoff prowess.
Now it's 5-on-4. Left side of Lemieux. A shot. Score! Mario Lemieux gets the goal off Hextall. And he didn't know whether to cry or wind his watch. Lemieux back into the Flyers in by himself. Cuts in. Shoot. He scored! The hat trick for Mario Lemieux. And the Penguins lead 3-0. Get a phone and call Arnold Slick from Turtle Creek. Mario Lemieux. Challenged by Howell. Gave it right behind the net. Here's Lemieux. Put it in the bucket. His 4th goal. He picked Hextall's bucket like he was walking down 5th Avenue. And the Penguins lead 5.
In Game 5 of that series against the Flyers, Mario tied a playoff record with 5 goals and 8 points. But it was the Flyers who took the series in 7 games. Mario and the Penguins had come up short, but they were just beginning to provide Pittsburgh fans with some fantastic playoff memories.
He shoots it, and that's stopped by Weeks off his blocking glove. Vladimir Krutov can't clear. Brown around the net, got Quinn, now to Lemieux. He shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux makes it 5-3.
The 1989-90 season was bittersweet. Struggling with what would be debilitating back pain for mere mortals, Mario turned in another magnificent performance at the 1990 NHL All-Star Game, right here in Pittsburgh, PA.
I mean, he really put on a show because it was in his home rink, and I'm sure that had a lot to do with it. When he needs to rise to an occasion, he definitely does, and he can do it. And there's no way of stopping him once he's determined to do it. And that was a perfect display of it.
Mario Lemieux is the first player ever to win 3 NHL All-Star MVPs, and the fans in Pittsburgh love it.
The All-Star Game performance came in the midst of an almost unbelievable regular season scoring streak, one that had started on October 3rd of that season and continued after the All-Star Game.
Minute 37 on the power play, Lemieux! It's the power play goal by Mario Lemieux. As they move up on the right wing, it's a little different. Lemieux into the Rangers zone, cuts for the net, he's right there, he shoots and scores with a beautiful move! And the Penguins take a 1-0 lead. That's Lemieux, there he is, right down the slot, comes in, makes a little backhand move and scores! He beat Froze like a rented mule!
People ask me, well, what's the greatest goal Lemieux ever scored, or what did he do? To me, the greatest thing Lemieux ever did as a hockey player was put together a streak of 46 games when he scored 46 in a row, and he was chasing Gretzky's record with a back that he could hardly move with.
Brown in front to Lemieux, backhander, score! Side Lemieux, he burst in between the defense, cuts for the goal, Lemieux makes a move, and he scores!
on a back that he was on an airplane. He couldn't even hardly stand up. He had to have people put things in the overhead. He had to have people tie his skates. He had to have people just move things for him because he was hurting so bad. And yet he played through it. And through it all, it just was amazing that he scored in 46 straight games. That was the most amazing thing to me. And in addition to that, on the flights that we had and knowing the situation with him, I never heard Lemieux ever complain, not one time, about his back.
Stevens shooting, the stop, rebound, Stevens can't put it in, Lemieux is in! He shoots and scores! Make it 39 for Mario Lemieux!
And would sit there on the plane and basically fight his way through it mentally and be on and go to the next game. Those are cherished moments, as much as any goal that he ever scored for me, and what he did as a person mentally and the character that he had to be able to fight through that.
Mario Lemieux comes in, cuts across the ice around Zombo. Great move, comes in with a backhander. He shoots and scores. Oh, he beat him like a rented mule.
He was in severe pain the whole time. But I was aware of that because to get on and off the bench, he'd have to actually literally lift his leg with his hand. He'd grab his pant leg and lift his leg over the boards to get on and off the ice.
Poppy has Cullen cutting for the goal. Goes to Lemieux. He's there. His shot. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux ties it with the pins. Make it 41 for Mario. Make it 2-2.
When we got to Madison Square Garden, he was trying to get through every single game that he could, and that game of the pain was just too much for him. He couldn't continue, which was unfortunate for the streak, but he needed medical attention, and it was the best thing for him was to stop playing at that time.
Mario, you feel for him.
Well, you have to.
The streak ended at 46 games, 6 games shy of establishing a new NHL record for scoring at least 1 point in consecutive games played.
I couldn't imagine being able to play with that kind of pain. For him to do what he did and keep that point streak going through all that pain told me an awful lot about Mario Lemieux.
Lemieux would undergo back surgery the following summer. He was expected to be ready for the start of the next season. But a very serious and career-threatening infection set in, one that kept him on his back in bed for months. He returned to Igloo Ice for the first time that season in January of 1991.
Well, certainly without question, Paul, the atmosphere is playoff time for hockey right now. You can feel the excitement in the building as Lemieux returns to the Civic Arena for the first time since the final game of the regular season last year.
And as much as anything, Mike, I think this is a thank you, as much as it is a hello or a welcome back. It's a thank you to Mario Lemieux for the tremendous feats that he has performed here on Civic Arena Ice throughout the first 6 years of his career. And it's just such a great feeling to see him back here and to see the fans being able to respond to him one more time, because there was time earlier in this season we really wondered if we'd ever see this again.
Brady backpedaling, feeds it off Lemieux's skate. Penguins control, scores! Mario Lemieux, and we're all tied.
The pair. Back by Lemieux in front. Hey! Shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux! Off the yogurt on Lemieux. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux. Pass to Lemieux. Late on the shift. Lemieux's down. His shot. He scores! He beat Patrick Waugh from the right wing circle. He passes to Lemieux behind the defense. Pulls it around behind him. Here he comes towards the net. Lemieux makes a little move. Shoots and scores! It went in. Pulled out by Hardy. But here's a play though to Stevens. Looking for the hat trick. His first shot. Save man rebound. Score Lemieux with 3 seconds left. Up ahead, here's Lemieux after it now, coming behind the defense.
Certainly took bull by the horns and really carried us on his bad back to the Stanley Cup that season. I mean, he was a guy that didn't say a lot in the dressing room, was a guy that led by example, and when he did speak, boy, did people listen.
Look out, he's got another chance here. He comes by Murphy, cuts in on goal, makes a little move, he shoots and scores! Oh, Lemieux putting on the Ritz, and the Penguins lead 2-1. But right side, here's Murphy shooting, and he missed the net. Lemieux off the boards, turns and fires, scores! Lemieux gets the hat trick, and the Penguins lead 3-1. Chicago in, Lemieux holds it, goes to Taglianetti. Taglianetti trying to shoot it, blocked, it's in front of the net. Here's Lemieux shooting.
Mario's comeback was the beginning of a wild ride for the Penguins and their fans.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
The Penguins entered the 1991 Stanley Cup playoffs with plenty of confidence, having just clinched their first Patrick Division championship. In the opening round series against the New Jersey Devils, Mario's back was bothering him again, but he fought through it to help the Penguins take the series in 7 games.
Young, will he shoot it back to Mario Lemieux? Fires and scores! Over the Penguins take it away from him. Here's Lemieux in front. Shoots, scores! Mario Lemieux! And the Penguins lead 2-0. Michael motorcycle.
In round 2 against the Washington Capitals, Mario and the Penguins turned it up a notch and disposed of the Caps in just 5 games. Lemieux continued to elevate his game as the Penguins defeated the Boston Bruins in 6 games to win their very first conference championship.
He shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux gives the Penguins a lead 4-3. From behind the net, turns, centers it, Lemieux. He shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux gives the Penguins a 3-1 lead. Oh, go ahead, make my day. Mario Lemieux.
And I think as the playoffs started going along, I think it became a personal vendetta for him to prove, you know, I am a good player, but I am also a great leader, and I'm not going to end my career without having some championships.
And Stevens comes out, turns, put it in front of Lemieux, he shoots, scores! Mario Lemieux gives the Penguins a 2-1 lead. Oh, buck him, Dano. The puck now for Gary Galley. Galley lost it to Lemieux. Lemieux trying to get around, he does. He walks in alone on Mo, makes a little move. He shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux beats Mo like a red-in mule. And the Penguins lead 4-1.
We realized then and there we had a team that could compete, could win a Stanley Cup. Did not want to let that slip through our fingers. Wanted to put that big ring on our fingers, and Mario was the guy that we looked up to guide us to championship.
On the bench now, and the Bruins have pulled their goaltender. Half a minute to go. Lemieux has it in the center. Low turns to shoot the open net. Hey! Shoots and scores! And ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has just left the building. You can spit and shine your shoes, because we're going dancing in just a moment with Lord Stanley.
In the 1991 Stanley Cup Finals against the Minnesota North Stars, Mario scored what many people call his signature goal. It came in Game 2 at Pittsburgh, with the Penguins trailing in the series and despereally in need of a win.
He is decked again at center ice and knocked off his skate by Northside. Lemieux's in on goal and shot. Hey! Shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux beats Casey like a red-and mule again. And the Penguins lead 3-1. Oh, you'd have to be here to believe it. What a burst of speed by Mario Lemieux. He left him on the parkway going to the airport. Brilliant goal. Anybody want to know what Mario Lemieux is capable of doing? He just showed you.
The move he put on Casey was really unbelievable. To come in there and Casey was just flopping like a fish on the other side. But it had gotten, you know, with Mario, you had almost seen, at least you thought when you played, you've seen everything that he can do. And then he'd pull out another move like that, and it was just, we'd always just look at each other in the bench and go, whoa, I never saw that one before.
Mario, after he made the move on the defenseman, decided that he was going to put his head down. John Casey assumed that he was Bob Airey coming in the ice and he could come out with a poke check, but instead of that, Mario knew exactly what he was doing. He was baiting him, and he made the move to the backhand, and the rest was history.
Wins in Game 4 and 5 set the stage for the Penguins' first Stanley Cup championship.
In the slot with Murphy. Shooting, he missed the open net. Lemieux's got the puck, put it in front. Hey, shoots and scores! What a play by Mario Lemieux! And the Penguins lead 1-0. Oh, Michael motorcycle. Lemieux off the boards. Very quickly with those great hands.
And as usual, Mario seized the moment, scoring a goal and 3 assists in an 8-0 romp to history.
Back in the third. Lemieux in front, got Murphy there. Murphy with a backhander. He shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux has just won the Conn Smythe Trophy with that assist, I guarantee you. Stevens shoots it back to center with 5, 4, 3. Time runs out. The Stanley Cup has come to the city of Pittsburgh.
Official presentation of the Stanley Cup.
Bob Airy and Paul Coffey coming on. Lemieux met by President John Ziegler.
NHL President John Ziegler will present the Stanley Cup to our 1990-91 Stanley Cup champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins.
That cup's coming to the Burgh for at least a couple of weeks. Hope you'll get a chance to see it.
They'll be taking it around town. You can bet on that.
And there it is, going to the Penguin captain. They all want to carry it, believe me. Unbelievable feeling. Here's Trottier coming in. He wants that cup so bad.
They just want to touch it, hold it, feel it, cherish it. Soissons-six.
Go for it, Mario. Go for it.
Hold it high, buddy.
When the Penguins' first Stanley Cup run was complete, Mario had amassed 16 goals and 44 points to win the Conn Smythe Trophy as MVP of the Stanley Cup playoffs. He shed tears of joy in an emotional locker room hug with his mother and fiancée. Mario and his teammates were the toast of the town.
Now the moment that you've been waiting for, we'll turn the program over to the big guy right here.
Thank you. Just a couple words on behalf of the players. I'd like to thank the city of Pittsburgh and the fans that have been supporting us for the last 24 years. We love you guys, and this cup is for you. Thank you.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Autumn Buffalo as we begin another year. The Penguins, of course, the defending Stanley Cup champions. They won it all in the month of May, the 25th to be exact. And now they'll go
Lemieux in behind the goal, fires in. Mario Lemieux comes around. Look out here. Lemieux still a straight backhander. He shoots and scores. Oh, what a goal by Mario Lemieux. And the Penguins lead 5-2. Ahead to Lemieux. He's alone. Mario Lemieux scores.
The Penguins were now on top of the mountain, the defending Stanley Cup champions. Every night was a challenge because every team Mario faced was sky high to measure themselves against the best.
He takes command of it. He gets it out to Mario Lemieux. 1-on-1 against the Defenseman driver. Lemieux down the near side, trying to come in. But a backhand right, he scored! Mario Lemieux snapped it by Terreri and beats him like a rented mule. And the Penguins have a 7-4 lead. What a goal by Lemieux. Here's Stevens cutting back into the Flyers. Into Lemieux left side. Comes down, shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux gives the Penguins a 1-0 lead. Oh, Michael motorcycle. None on this trip so far. And here goes Lemieux weaving his way through traffic. He scores with a great play. Mario Lemieux beats Jeff Hackett and the Penguins lead 1-0. Now, wow, big cow kick. What a shot by Lemieux.
Mario missed 16 games that season, but he still managed to lead the league in scoring with 131 points.
And Beesbrook had it. He gave it away to Lemieux right in front. Lemieux waits, shoots, scores! Mario Lemieux beats Van Beesbrook like a rented mule. He gave it away, and Lemieux and the Penguins have a 2-0 lead. Francis takes the puck, goes to Lemieux. Now he guns it in. Shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux, and the Penguins make it 4-3. Go ahead, make my day. Here's Lemieux wide open. Lemieux ahead, takes the pass from Mullen behind the defense. Lemieux's in on goal, backhander. Hey, shoots and scores. Ah, great balls of fire. Mario Lemieux and the Penguins lead 6-1. You'd have to be here to believe it. He's putting on the Ritz, folks. Here's Yager and Lemieux back 2-on-1 now. Lemieux takes a pass, goes to Yager. He's in front, back to Lemieux. He's there. Hey! Shoots and scores.
In the wake of a big February three-way trade with the Philadelphia Flyers and Los Angeles Kings, the Penguins cranked it up for a stretch drive to the 1992 playoffs, winning 12 of their last 18 games. Mario was quickly developing great chemistry with line mates Kevin Stevens and newcomer Rick Tocchet.
He shoots and scores. He beats Bissett like a rented mule, and the Penguins lead 4-1. Mario Lemieux.
Here comes Lemieux on a breakaway. Lemieux's got it. He walks in on Zadorkovich. In on goal. A shot. He shoots and scores. He beats Zadorkovich like a rented mule.
Austin Lemieux down the right side of the Canucks in on goal. A shot. He shoots and scores. He beats Gamble like a rented mule. He looked it over.
The Penguins' second run to the Stanley Cup got off to a shaky start. With the team trailing 3-1 and facing elimination in the opening round at Washington, Mario called a team strategy meeting before the morning skate, and he and his teammates agreed to revert to a more defensive approach against the Capitals. It worked to perfection. When the series returned to Pittsburgh for Game 6, Mario dipped back into his bag of magic offensive tricks. Mario would turn in another dominant performance in Game 7, causing Capitals coach Terry Murray to say afterwards that the Caps had been beaten by one man. Mario and the Penguins were flying when they opened the second round in New York, and they appeared to be on their way to a win in Game 2 until...
He did not get all wound up and retaliate in any way.
Now Lemieux is hit in the face. Another penalty coming up against the Rangers. Lemieux got jammed in the face right from that face-off. I think Adam Graves got the stick into him.
No, he got slashed, I think, Mike. He whacked his left hand.
Boy, he went right for him.
Really made difficult.
He went right for him. Adam Graves did. I mean, that wasn't even without intent. That was intent there. I mean, it isn't. He went right for his arm, right for his wrist.
There it is. Chop, chop, right across the hand.
Well, I can talk on and on about it. I'm not going to say anything.
A broken bone in Mario's left hand would force him to miss the remainder of the series against the Rangers, which the Penguins rallied to win in 6 games. Mario returned to the lineup for Game 2 of the conference finals against the Boston Bruins, and he returned with fire in his eyes and only one thing on his mind: another shot at the Stanley Cup.
Consistently, he brought out great plays, and that's what made him so good, because he could vary everything he was going to do. It wasn't going to be the same inside-outside move. You know, it could be inside-outside roof, you know, backwards. We tried in practice and end up crashing into the boards.
The Penguins whipped the Bruins in 4 straight, with Mario scoring 8 points in 3 games. The Chicago Blackhawks rode into town with an 11-game winning streak in the postseason for the Stanley Cup Finals, and they jumped out to a 4-1 lead in Game 1, which only set the stage for Mario to pull off a sneak attack.
Shooter to Belfour, goes in! Mario Lemieux uses Belfour like a ping pong ball. He shot it, he caromed off of him, and the Penguins make it 4-3. Oh no, Eddie!
And in the dying seconds, with the game tied at 4, Mario once again displayed his uncanny flair for the dramatic.
Shooting, save made rebound on Lemieux. Hey! Shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux and the Penguins lead 5-4, and you'd have to be here to believe it.
That's the greatest goal in Penguin history to me. Because that goal really won us the Stanley Cup the second time. They were down against Chicago, a team that thoroughly outplayed them in the whole game. But they didn't have one thing. They didn't have Mario Lemieux. And the building went absolutely crazy. The building has never been as loud as it was that night. And in fact, I think the roof, that's why they probably need a new arena, because everything's not in place anymore. If you couldn't hear that down in West Virginia, then you are deaf.
Mario racked up 34 points and scored 5 game-winning goals in 15 games to earn his second consecutive Conn Smythe Trophy as MVP. His dazzling skill was on display for the whole hockey world to see as time ticked down to the Penguins' second Stanley Cup championship.
Loose around to the far corner, 2 seconds. The Penguins are going to win the Stanley Cup, I believe. Stelio shoots it blocked. The Penguins have won the Stanley Cup. Oh, Lord Stanley, get me the brandy. Here are the Penguins now surrounding that Stanley Cup. They'll go for a skate here at the stadium in Chicago. They've got more wires out there than you could imagine. This is absolutely a great thrill. It really is, no matter if it happens once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Look at Scotty Bowman with a big smile, giving a great big hug to Rick Tocchet right now. And there goes Lemieux, carrying the Stanley Cup around. It'll come back to Pittsburgh. And we will have a big day somewhere to celebrate this moment. Believe me. If you get too many fans, Lemieux behind the goal, turns around in the back. Shoots and scores! Oh my goodness, he beats Fitzpatrick, who doesn't know whether to cry or wind his watch right now.
The two-time defending Stanley Cup champions were now the powerhouse of the NHL, and Mario was having the time of his life. He and his world-class teammates had forged an amazing bond, and every game in the Igloo was a major event. Simply the greatest show on earth, led by the greatest hockey player on earth.
Shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux buries it.
There's a live puck. Lemieux's going to get it. Lemieux's going to come right towards that net. Lemieux makes a little move first.
Hey! Shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux scores again.
Lemieux back 2-on-1 with Tocchet now. Both head for 2 goals. So Tocchet back to Lemieux. Hat-trick time.
Mario Lemieux gets the HT.
Over Lemieux. Mario comes in. Little backdoor pass to Stevens in front for Lemieux. Back right in front. He puts it in over the shoulder of Sidorkovich, and the Penguins have the lead 4-0, and he beats Sidorkovich like a rented mule there.
Stevens and the Blues in. Step it over to Lemieux. He's right there. A shot.
He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux.
Here are the fans right in front. Brendan Lemieux. He does. He ties the game. Mario Lemieux.
That reach coming into play, and the ability with the great hands to get a shot away from an almost impossible situation. How did he score that goal?
Big man wide open, Lemieux. He cuts behind the defense, in on goal, and Hansey shoots and scores! Mario Lemieux.
As it came off Sal Samuelson, and Lemieux comes back against Patrick 1-on-1 to the Rangers. In a wrist shot.
He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux beats goaltender Richter like a rented mule.
Player, he lost it. Now Lemieux will take a pass from Francis behind the defense, in on a breakaway against Van Beesbroek. Shoots! Score! Mario Lemieux on a breakaway goal. The Penguins lead 2-0. Abilene pulls the trigger. Lemieux blocked at it. Here he comes back with Mullen. Stevens was up in it by Abilene. Now Lemieux to Mullen. Back to Lemieux. Left side doubles in. He shoots and scores!
Doing the third. Lead pass to Lemieux. Blows right by Smoley. Cuts into the Sharks in. Right in on goal. Makes a little backhander. He shoots and scores. Capitals line. Coming against Hatcher. Dropping to Lemieux with that big play. Fakes a shot. Now let's go.
He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux.
Penguin history. Mario Lemieux scored 5 goals 5 different ways against New Jersey on a New Year's Eve. He comes into the Maple Leafs end, trying to put it in, and he goes up, Buren in the net. He has scored a spectacular goal there, and the Penguins lead.
It looked like nothing could stop Mario Lemieux from registering his first 200-point season.
As you all know, Mario Lemieux was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease. It has been recommended that he undergo 4 weeks of radiation treatment. We do not feel this will affect his long-term health and is certainly not life or career threatening.
You know, I feel fine. The first day when I found out that I had Hodgkin's disease, it was certainly a tough day for myself and my family, but you know, I faced a lot of battles in my life since I was real young, and always came out on top, and I certainly intend to do the same with this disease.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Well, tonight the Penguins go against Philadelphia, but that's not the big story. The big story is the return of center iceman Mario Lemieux to the Penguin lineup. Mario has missed 23 games undergoing treatment for Hodgkin's disease, and tonight will be his second debut of the season as he comes back, Paul Steigerwald, and a lot of people are excited. There's a host of people from all around this country and Canada to come and see him play tonight, and I know he's excited about it, as are the Penguins.
He's been really excited to get back into game competition for quite some time. He started skating again on February 12th. Of course, we all know that he wanted to play a week ago, but Craig Patrick held him out of the game. And today he had his final treatment, and he's right here in the Spectrum all ready to play a hockey game. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
Again, I don't know how many people could have, I don't know if anybody else could have done that, especially in the game of hockey. Then when he went through chemotherapy and coming back and playing in Philadelphia. And again, all eyes are on him, but he's only going out there to do what he needs to do and always succeed. And I do believe that there are a few athletes, a few can accomplish that.
Shooter back in front. Tocchet's up into by Galley. Play continues back to Lemieux. Lemieux comes in, shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux drills it in his 40th of the year.
While Mario was away from the team undergoing radiation treatments for Hodgkin's disease, Buffalo's Pat LaFontaine had taken a 17-point lead in the NHL scoring race.
He shoots it off the goaltender, Sauber, and puts it in. The Penguins lead 3-2. Oh, wow, big cow kick. What a play by Lemieux, and I think he had it set up all the way that he wanted to do that.
It seems like Ronnie Friend, listen to the crowd, standing ovation, my God. He was looking for it all along. Look at him. Bang, thank you. He knew it. That's what he was trying to do.
And I'll tell you. Certainly in my plans, you know, to try to catch LaFontaine. He's having a great year, and it's going to be a good race from now on.
Stevens on the right wing.
Mario made up the difference and then some.
Mario Lemieux drills it in. Leads it around the near side. Steal by Lemieux. He walks in the hat-trick chance. He shoots and scores. Lemieux gets the hat-trick as he beats ball prey like a rented mule, and the Penguins lead 4-0. Mario Lemieux. The Yager walks in outside from his backhander and a Brea save. Rebound. Lemieux puts it in. Lead pass to Lemieux behind the defense. Walks in. Shoots. Score. Mario Lemieux. Here to the left side. Stevens moves in. He looks for it to Lemieux. The hat-trick for Mario Lemieux as he drills it in. And
you know, you talk about a mentally tough guy. The things that he's come back from, the players that he sees on each and every night. Talk about, you know, getting double teamed in football. I mean, Mario's getting double teamed each and every night in hockey.
Back to Murphy. Murphy guns it to the net. Save made. Rebound Lemieux. He puts it in. Mario Lemieux gets another 4-goal game, and the Penguins lead 9-3. And you'd have to be here to believe it. Mario Lemieux with back-to-back 4-goal games.
Stevens and Lemieux. Lemieux and Stevens both with 4-point nights tonight. Tocchet giving the puck to Wolf Samuelson. Wrist one save made. Rebound Lemieux. He puts it in. Lemieux coming up by, trying to pull it with him. He's got a chance on a breakaway. Lemieux cutting for Terreri. His shot. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux is short and a goal. Down made the save. Rebound up under Lemieux. Walks in. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux in the backhander beats Andy Moog. Whalers. Lemieux steals now. He gets the puck coming towards the net. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux scores. Big game against Ottawa. Great pass right side of Lemieux. A shot. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux from the right wing circle. This is over, and it comes to Lemieux. Lemieux shot, and a good save by Hextall. The rebound. Where's Lemieux's got it? He puts it in. The Penguins have tied it. Oh, great balls of fire. Lemieux with those great hands. Makes it 2-2.
And Hextall kicks that puck out of the net. First he fished it out with his skate, and then he kicked it right out of the goal crease.
Lemieux breaks, and he gives it to him. Lemieux trying to beat Sundin, going to the net. Lemieux comes in, and Hextall top, and he gets the puck and shoots in the head. Oh, getting the fast lane. Grandma, the bingo game is ready to roll. What an unbelievable goal by Mario Lemieux, and the Penguins lead 3-2.
Sundin was right on top of Lemieux as he was going down, and he still was able to shoot that puck. He landed on his face.
He is so determined right now, Mario Lemieux.
What a goal.
On the night of April 9th, 1993, the Penguins made hockey history by winning an NHL record 16th consecutive game. Mario's legend took on a whole new dimension. He scored 5 goals in a stunning display against the Rangers right in Madison Square Garden.
On a breakaway, Lemieux 1-1 against Hurst. Comes in, backhander. Hey! Shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux beats goaltender Hurst. Like a rented mule, and the Penguins lead 5-3. The hat-trick for Mario Lemieux. Here's Lemieux guarding back to the Rangers line to Stevens. Now to Tocchet. He's got a chance in front of Lemieux. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux deflects it by Richter. His 4th of the night. Funny feeling that they lose tomorrow night. They might well. Here's Lemieux looking for number 5. Back into the Rangers in. Walks in on goaltender Richter, and he backhands it in. He gets his 5th. Mario Lemieux with his 5th goal of the game. And the Penguins lead 10-3. And if you missed this one, shame on you for 6 weeks. The Penguins lead 10-3.
We're giving Mario Lemieux a standing ovation here in New York. The hockey fans have stuck around to witness NHL history and witness an unbelievable performance by the greatest player in NHL history.
The only time in my life, and Mario will attest to this, that I've ever asked him for anything is that I asked Lemieux after that game if he would autograph my score sheet. That's the only time. I've never asked him for to do anything. because of that moment and what it meant for him to come back and what happened in that game. I don't know why I did. I asked him after to be able to do it because it was such a stunning moment. And to see the people react as they did. But as it built, as the game went on, the focus of that whole crowd went around 66. And it just increased and increased. And by the time it was finished, they were in a frenzy for one of the great moments in hockey history, really, at the Garden in New York. And those people were into it. From a positive standpoint of feeling emotion and giving it back to somebody, instead of the Rangers on this case, it was Lemieux. And I think that was the moment that I seized out of it, is it was just one of those magnificent moments in hockey history.
By the end of the 1993-94 season, all the cancer treatments, back surgeries, and grueling comebacks had taken their toll, both physically and emotionally. Lemieux decided to take a year off, only to return in the 95-96 season for another run at the Stanley Cup.
First 5 periods. Here comes Mario. Shooting score! Mario Lemieux! It has been 532 days since Mario Lemieux scored a goal, and there it goes for the first time this year.
Lead pass, Lemieux behind the defense, walks in, shoots, scores! And we're dropping up Lemieux. He's right there, a shot. Hey! Shoots and scores! Number 500 for Mario Lemieux of the Penguins. And ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has just left the building. There it is. A hat trick for Lemieux and goal number 500 in his career.
Right side, it comes to Sandstrom, back to Lemieux. He looks it over now, shooting, he scores! Oh, he beat Brodeur like a rented mule. He shooted, no, left side, Francis in front of Sandstrom, knocked it by Lemieux, he gets another hat trick. Mario Lemieux has knocked it by Brodeur, and the Penguins now lead 4-3.
Come up with the right call. Here's Lemieux back 2-on-1. He's got a chance to tie this record if he sets it up. He's got to take this on himself.
The 7th point of the game. The Penguins now lead 10-0. Vinci wants to sell my monkey. Wow, what a night for Mario Lemieux.
2-1 Pittsburgh, and the Pens win the draw. Moronov giving the puck to Lemieux, walks into the Dallas end, walks now with a backhander. He shoots and scores. He beat Wakaluk like a rented mule.
Naslin again hustling, going right side. Lemieux golfing in off the body of Bailey, and the Penguins take a 2-1 lead. Now Lemieux with the puck, penalty is over. He walks in, he shoots, scores. Taken back, Lemieux's right in front of his shot. He shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux with a hat trick. In the corner, Marcus Naslin right in front. Here's Lemieux. He shoots and scores as he buries it behind Billington. Goal number 4 for Mario Lemieux. And ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has just left the building. How did he shoot that puck like a rocket? Cannon of a drive played by Wilkinson. Now here come the Penguins. Lead pass. Sandstrom behind the defense to Lemieux. In on goal. He shoots and scores. Lemieux steals. Here he comes now. Down the right wing. Let's see what he does against Van Beesbroek. Comes in with a slam shot. He shoots and scores. The hat trick for Mario Lemieux.
The highlight of the 1995-96 regular season occurred on the night of March 26, 1996. 2 days after the premature birth of his son Austin, in a game against Wayne Gretzky and the St. Louis Blues, Mario scored 5 goals and 2 assists.
Casey, he walks in his shot.
Lemieux makes it 4, and the Penguins have a 5-2 lead on the short end of goal by Lemieux, and you can buy Sam a drink and get his goal.
Lemieux, left side, passing to Francis, just on to Lemieux in front. There he is.
Shoots and scores. Lemieux's 5th of the night, and the Penguins now lead 6-4.
You said before the game, Mikey, you had a feeling that he was going to have this kind of big night because of the birth of his son yesterday. And that's just the kind of player he is.
The night belongs to Mario Lemieux and his son, Austin.
It was just another example of his incredible ability to rise to the occasion.
Out here, the Penguins take the puck away from him.
With Jaromir Jagr, Ron Francis, Peter Nedved, and Sergei Zubov working with him on the power play, Mario was once again the NHL's leading scorer, scoring 70 goals and 161 points. And he led the team all the way to the conference finals.
Puck goes in, the Penguins have scored. Somehow Lemieux put that puck in.
Let's see what he does here. Oh my goodness. Well, there's not another guy on earth that can do that. So.
The 1996-97 season would see Mario go out on top, winning his 6th career scoring title. And in keeping with his uncanny flair for the dramatic, scoring his last goal on home ice on his very last shift.
Here he comes! Mario Lemieux! Hang on! He scored! You gotta love it!
Simply amazing. Is it not fitting that this game should end just like this? Not over yet, but Mario has punctuated this victory for the Pittsburgh Penguins by scoring one more time on a breakaway in front of his family and his hometown crowd. Yeehaw, man. Just in case. He's crying. He's crying. As he should be.
In honor of his prodigious feats, the Hockey Hall of Fame waived its normal 3-year waiting period and enshrined Mario in November of 1997, less than 7 months after he played what we thought was his final game. Saved hockey in Pittsburgh in 1984. He did it again when he purchased the team out of bankruptcy in 1999.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, 613 career goals, 881 assists, 2 Stanley Cups, and 1 save. The Pittsburgh Penguins ask you to join us in welcoming our new owner, Mario Lemieux.
And in his second season as the team's new CEO, Mario made a very surprising and well-received executive decision.
Well, obviously we're here today to announce my attempt to come back to the National Hockey League. I think the most important one is I do miss the game tremendously. Having spent the last 2 years in the owner's box, having watched this team play for the last 2 years, I think we have a great young team that has got a lot of potential at this time, and it's something that I'd like to be a part of it once again. Also my kids, especially Austin. He's certainly been a big part of my life since the day he was born, and he's a young kid that gets up early in the morning with his hockey stick in his hands and loves the game of hockey, and I'm sure he would love to see his dad play before it's too late. So I feel that being 35 years old is not too late. I've been away from the game since I was 31 years old, but I still feel that I have a lot of great hockey left in me.
Yager turns around. Over to Lemieux.
Mario Lemieux, his first goal in his comeback here tonight at the Mellon Arena. And the Penguins lead 3-0, and he is smiling like a butcher's dog. Mario Lemieux.
Just like that, Mario was scoring goals by night and holding board meetings by day as the first owner player in NHL history.
Go to Lemieux. He shoots and scores. Almost identical. Just Straka back to Mario. Shoots and scores. Lemieux from the left wing circle.
And I think we always talked before, he was never coming back to be not the best. He was always coming back to be the best player, the same kind of player he was before. And I've never seen anybody work harder than he has. And
Straka goes to Lemieux. He shoots and scores as he beats goaltender burning like a rented mule. Pass to Lemieux, and he comes hurriedly against Chara. Got around him, cuts for the goal. There he is. He shoots and scores.
Well, he was always sharp with the mind, and he could always see the game before it happened. And that was one thing Mario always had, and certainly didn't lose when he was sitting upstairs watching games. And I think he got a sense of accomplishment of what he had done. I think a sense of what he had been missing, and obviously his family around him to support him to get back into the game. And he was very confident and comfortable where he was in his life. He wanted to come back and prove that he could still do it. Maybe not as fleet of foot as he was in the Stanley Cup years, but his senses and smarts may be better than ever.
Giving it to Yager. Moves it over to Lemieux. Lemieux down the slot. Shoots it. Good save. Rebound. Lemieux shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux on the rebound off his own shot. And the Penguins have built it to a 4-2 lead. And you can buy Sam a drink and get his dog one too.
In his comeback season, he led the team on another magical journey to the conference finals.
We think back to the Buffalo series. I mean, when they were done, buried, and burned, and toasted, and all of a sudden, things turn around out of the sky. Here it comes. Guess who? The Dominator's still looking for that puck.
Mario would take the international hockey stage once again, this time as an Olympian. And with an ailing right hip that would require surgery, he realized a personal dream and led Team Canada to its first Olympic gold medal in 50 years.
McKenna just waited. Lemieux through the defense. Comes in and shoots and scores. Mario Lemieux.
The Calder Trophy, 6 scoring titles, 3 Hart Trophies, a Canada Cup, 2 Stanley Cups, 2 Conn Smythe trophies, an Olympic gold medal, and in September of 2004, only weeks from his 39th birthday, the World Cup as captain of Team Canada.
And he stifled the play right there by Stumple, and Mario's backhand pass here was extraordinary. Right on the table.
He looks good, he looks strong, he's skating great. I mean, he's doing, basically he's doing what it takes to win. He's doing a wonderful job of leading that team and leading by example, and it's great to see.
The story is still being written, and at the age of 39, Mario still has plenty to give.
This is what Mario worked so hard for this summer, to get himself in shape, get himself the ability to play at the level that he played in to win this Cup for Canada. He was awesome.
Yes, the highlight reel is still recording.
The most respected athlete probably that will come out of this city in our lifetime. As a human being, I respect him more than a hockey player. And people say, well, yeah, as a human being, all the things that he has done for this city. Not only the hockey, being a part of it first time, bringing it back out of bankruptcy, but all the things that Lemieux has done that most people don't know about, the community involvement, the hospital work, the other things that he attends, the money that he's given, things that he's been associated with. There hasn't been an athlete in the city that has done as much as Lemieux has in his 20 years that he's been in Pittsburgh. And I think that, to me, is probably the most impressive thing that I find about Mario Lemieux. He gets it. Here's the deal. He gets it. A lot of us don't. Probably me too, and a lot of other people. He can balance his life. He balances his work, he balances his pleasure, and he balances his family. And he puts them all together, and he makes it work. And he does things for the community too. That's why this guy is the best.
I feel so blessed to be able to watch all his passes, all his goals, even in practice, to be able to be around and watch him perform day in and day out for all the years that I've been here, 15 years. It's just, I feel very blessed.
I would describe him as the greatest hockey player that I ever had the chance to see. That's the only way I can describe it. A gentleman that had every possible tool that one could want as far as the game of hockey is concerned. And then some, you know, as a person.
I've been very fortunate. My family was in hockey for a long time, so I grew up. I'm 58 years old now, so when I was, the first time I could remember anything about anything, which is probably the age of 4 or 5, I've been in hockey and watched some great hockey players, the John Believos, the Rocker Richards, the Bobby Orrs, Bobby Hull, Stan McKenna, all the great players. There's nobody as good as Mario. Nobody.
20 years. Where to go? I mean, where did it go? If I would only pray for one thing, that we all let him play another 20. I'd love to watch him play another 20 years. He can just stand there because he'll take our breath away. He was that good.
If anybody comes along that's better than him, I hope he comes to Pittsburgh.